What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Cosplay Time. As always, I am Chris, aka Mr. Zoom _ 2028.
And I'm Rachel, aka Zombie _Sailor, with our special guest today.
I'm Satin from Satinstars.
Yay!
Yay!
All right,
So
Rachel, do you want to start or should I start?
Yeah, I will start it. Let's start with what has been the you could either do both or one, but best or weirdest con experience.
I mean, I've had like weird con experiences, of course. Like none of them really stick out. And of course I have my best, but I think the only thing that sticks out especially is when I was wearing like very extravagant cosplays. And it was funny because no one recognized me at all. Like they didn't know who the hell I was, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I didn't care. But then I walked in the dealer's room and then I just got flooded with people saying, "Are you Satinstars?" I was just like so overwhelmed because I was like about to like go change. I was in pain. I was so tired. And everyone was just standing around me, and it felt like a fever dream. I was like,
You're like,
yeah, I was like, hello, but like,
I need an adult.
Exactly, please save me.
Oh man.
I was flattered, but like, oh my god, I needed more sleep that night.
Don't we all?
Oh yeah. Yeah, after a con, I'm usually just like...
con.
I know. I mean, if I wanted to do both, I guess also my best con experience was also at Katsu, where like, a kid who was dressed up as Deku came to hug me as Mina.
Aww.
And it was just the cutest thing because he just wouldn't let go of my leg. And he's like, I found you. And I was just about to cry off all my paint. I was fall. I'm so weak for kids. So like,
that's cute.
It made
I'm not wearing waterproof paint.
I know. I was like, I baby powdered and set this, and I'm gonna cry it all off right now in the dealer's room.
No.
That's cute. But yeah, I think those are the most notable ones.
Well, I finally had my first excited little kid run up to me.
That's amazing.
Well, like their parents actually said like she ran away from us to go catch you.
Oh.
It was like this like 5-year-old little girl, and I was dressed up as a Deathstroke. And like she ran up, and I felt somebody tugging on my belt, and I just looked. I was like, "What is that?" And then I found a little kid tugging, like holding onto my belt. It was like I almost cried a little bit.
They're so precious.
Out of the one eye hole I had.
So cute. It's like I came here for a good time, and I'm pleasantly surprised.
I hope it was because of she watches Teen Titans Go or whatever. She knows Deathstroke, but she likes the villain most of all. So
that's good. That means she has taste. I stay by that.
Rachel, any new experiences for you?
Not really weird experiences. As far as Emerald City Comic-Con, probably just the weirdest one I've had was just that someone was blatantly looking at me like up and down, like I was like a steak, and I was like just sitting there, and I was in my Celine underworld, so I got the black tight suit and everything. So he's literally, and I'm just like, I see you, like, hello, sir.
I hate those. Like, I get them more often than I'd like. Like,
yeah, I got that a lot at Emerald.
I think I was in like on Takamaki with my friend is Akira, or basically the protagonist, and I wasn't aware of this happening, but he told me later that there were like a couple of people who were trying to look up my skirt, and like, I was like, "Are you serious?" I was happy that the tights were so opaque you could see nothing, but I was just in awe and like in shock that people would do that.
Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of like convention perverts.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize that slowly.
It's why you need to get yourself a real good handler.
Either that or just like a mob of people just around you at all times.
Yeah, luckily I had like a lot of people that went with me, so it was like...
That's good. Yeah, it would be way worse. It was
protective. So.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess my turn for a question. How did you find out about TikTok / Musical.ly?
So basically, I just kind of saw it around. Obviously, I saw like compilations of it at first, and I was like, why not? I'll do it. Why not? It seems like fun. It's just lip syncing, right? And then I was like, okay, all right, I guess I'm doing this constantly, because it was more of like a way for me to relax, because you have to be so stiff for photos. Like, I have to make sure I keep still. I have to remember to pose and like do all that. And it like made like my joints hurt for a while, so it just kind of like de-stressed me and let me relax a little bit to like do just dumb lip syncing videos for the most part. And I still enjoy them.
Yeah, I've hurt myself a few times filming a video.
That I think we all need to suffer for our art, don't we?
You know, like you jam your wrist in the ground when you're trying to like do like a weird jumping video.
Yeah. Oh my god. I tried to do
or a stub toe.
Oh my god. I almost slipped like so many times just because I don't want to wear like 5-inch heels for one TikTok. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with the socks. It doesn't matter. I will almost slip every single time. I have to like grab onto something to make sure I just don't die right in front of the camera.
I actually do have a video that I posted. I don't know what it's called, like when you lean back and do like the arm wiggle dance.
Mm-hmm.
But it was my knee gave out, and I actually posted the video.
Oh.
But my knee gave out, like right at the end, my knee gave out, and I fell and like slammed right on my back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
But but it's just like, hello darkness, my old friend, once I was on the ground.
Exactly. More often than not, I feel that way when my eyelashes just come up at the edges and I see them like completely fall off, and I'm like, I couldn't have been told this earlier because I couldn't see, and I was just looking at this.
Oh yeah, I have usually with my TikTok videos, my number one problem is eyelashes. I'll like do a video and it'll be perfect, but I see like the eyelash corner is like up on this side and it looks so weird. And I'm like, motherfucker.
I know, right? And the thing is, like, I don't know why I don't receive mercy on that. If people will notice, they will point it out a million times over.
I know, that's why I'm like, I have to like make sure.
I can't. I have to either redo it or I'm never posting it ever.
Yeah, I'm just like, motherfucker.
Oh, another thing. It's like when three-quarters of the video is perfect, and then like right at the end, you either like miss like a word lip syncing, or like you find like, or for me, like I find out my goggles like are not all the way down, like up, so you see like a little like bit of skin right here. And I'm like, really? I have to redo this whole thing just because I was a dumbass and like
exactly
and like
especially
did put
like
the goggles all the way there.
Take, you have to just redo the entire take, and that's like.
Yeah.
Painful.
And then it's just not
like
the same after.
Exactly. At the end of it, they have to review them and like just pick at it a little, make sure the words seem at least somewhat right, so no one comes to you. But at the same time, it's like, oh, it's just a time.
That is why I like lip syncing, but using some like more teeth than lip to talk. So the mouth is still moving, but it's not. If I'm not like. I only do that if it's like a really fast audio that's like, I've already given like 15 takes trying to get it perfect, and then it's like, when was that word in the actual audio?
I know, right? It's like you hear it again, you're like, oh, this is what the sentence was, not like a bunch of gibberish I thought it was.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I think it says this, but it absolutely does not.
Struggle.
I know.
Or like you only listen to the audio like on the like the little sample they give you when you're looking at it, and then like at the end there's like something you didn't expect, or like random like some other words at the end you didn't hear.
Yeah, and you have to just like play it off, or either that or just redo it. It's like you have to make sure.
I've done that.
but it's also like, oh, I can't use this anymore because there's like either like a bunch of curse words at the end or whatever. It's like, yeah, this will get taken down like the next day after I post it probably.
That's why I don't use props anymore. Like I have like some props I would use, but I can't. I don't want to like get my stuff taken down anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why I had to pull out the old Nerf guns to do my Rainbow Six videos.
It's Nerf or nothing, man.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. That was good.
TikTok giving Nerf a resurgence.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel, I think it's your turn.
All right, let's see what I got here. Okay, Cosplay Pet peeve.
Oh my god. Okay, so one that I really have is that people don't. I think this is more specifically to TikTok, but like when people don't ask who you are, but rather assume. And it's like, I put tags A for TikTok reasons, but even at conventions, they're oh, are you this? And I'm like, you could just ask me who I am. I would be more flattered to tell you that I am this character than have you continuously guess and make me feel like maybe I'm not doing this right.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly, yeah, because I had that happen to me. For TikTok, I had it happen to my Mara cosplay. I specifically put in my tags, like, Mara, Aquaman, and someone was like, oh, nice Poison Ivy cosplay. I was like,
Sir, it's like, please.
Boy.
Did you not look at the tags?
I put the tags there for a reason.
Exactly. Like, even at conventions, it happens. And I understand that no one's going to watch everything. That would be too much. But it's more polite just to ask the cosplayer who they are.
Yeah, I had that.
Like, oh, I'm not going to get recognized. I'm not doing this right. Maybe something's wrong with my costume that it doesn't look like this character.
That's how I felt at Emerald City with Celine from Underworld. I had two people guess, and one person was like, oh, you're from Resident Evil. And I'm like, and then someone thought I was Black Widow. And I was like, I have black hair. What are you talking about? I don't have the fucking belt.
Exactly. Oh my god.
I'm just like,
also my most common cosplay, which is Zoom from The Flash. It's been called a gimp suit, which I had to Google to see what that was. Didn't want to see what that actually was. It's been called, I think, Vigil from Rainbow Six Siege. I've been called Anti-Flash. That's not a character.
Yeah.
Yikes. I'm like, it doesn't, if you're gonna make the assumption, wouldn't it be easier just to ask the question? That's always what I say. It's like,
yeah, it's easier to just ask, like, who is this? Or who are you? Exactly. Or look at the tags if it's a video.
It's like, if you see me in person, just ask. I will not be annoyed. I don't understand. You watch whatever anime you're thinking of, and then, like, just don't make it a guessing game that you keep me there for 15 minutes because you don't want to answer.
Yeah, and then you make me, like, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't do as good as I thought I did.
Yeah, exactly. That's one. Another one I can, like, immediately think off the top of my head is when people compare you to other cosplayers and when they compare you to themselves.
Yeah.
That's a big one. It's like, I don't cosplay to put other people down.
Yeah, no. Hell,
I don't. Yeah. I do it to have fun. I need a break from my constant academic, like, influx of work. Yeah. And I don't need people to either be like, oh, you're better than this person, because that's wrong and rude. And then someone to be like, oh, I feel like I'm worse than you at this character when it doesn't matter in the end.
Yeah.
You're gonna be putting yourself down for the sake of putting me up.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, I got called fat a few more times.
Aww.
But this time I did have some of my fans actually defended me.
That's good.
Or also, you look nothing like the character.
I hate when people do that because it's not the point. That's not.
Yeah, it was for my.
I don't look like this incredibly drawn character. Sorry that I like.
This is cosplay.
I can't do it.
This is cosplay. You're not supposed to look like the character. I'm sorry, I don't share features.
And people take it so seriously.
When you're like, stop. Especially when they don't cosplay at all and they judge you and you're like, you don't even cosplay. What are you talking about?
Like people who compare other cosplays' work, because I spend obviously much more time on styling my wigs and my makeup, and I'm not the best seamstress, and I will put that out there completely. I am not. I never claimed to be. I never even claimed to be a professional. And then there's people who say, oh, you shouldn't get as much attention. Like there's people who build their cosplays from scratch and spend all their money on it, and it's
which I hate when people do that. Like it does not make you better. if you hand make all your cosplay, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, that's freaking
Oh
awesome.
no, I totally.
But
like,
it does, it doesn't not make you better than someone who buys their cosplay. Like
Yeah,
it's cosplay, man. Like just
Yeah, it's like,
enjoy it, enjoy yourself.
Exactly. And then like I don't do it to be a professional cosplayer. I have really no will to be a professional cosplayer. I do it so I can have fun and feel better about myself and learn how to like be creative in a way that I before couldn't be.
Yeah,
And
it lets you it lets you be creative and kind of just get away from reality for like a little bit, you know.
Exactly. And I don't need people interrupting it saying, "Oh, well, you're not as good as this person." It's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Or, oh, you don't look like this. Like, this is wrong or this is wrong. Like, shut up.
Thanks. I didn't ask.
Yeah, because that was for my my Luther from Umbrella Academy cosplay.
Yeah.
But it was like, of course, I don't look like that gorgeous boy who plays the actual character. Or, it's like, I'm not as tall, I'm not as fit. I didn't want to, like, cut my hair as short as he actually is.
Yeah. It's
That's usually why I stick away from, like, more real, like, for, in this case, like, live-action TV shows. Maybe I don't see myself in other actors, but it's easier for me to interpret drawn characters because that's an art style, A, and B, they have features that can be distinguished in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just try to avoid that for the most part.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you, because I get that a lot for, like, when I do Celine on TikTok a lot, because everyone loves when I do it, and then I recently did Alice from, you know, Resident Evil, the first movie, and a lot, like, so I'll get people who are like, you know, stop trying to be Mila, you'll never be as pretty as her, and I'm like, I'm not trying to fucking be her.
I'm just do her character, please calm down. It's like,
so,
I like
can
her character, she's a good actress, I'm not trying to look like her.
I'm not trying, like, so I see what you mean. It's hard to do those characters like they're real people, because it's like people will be like, you don't look like her, like you don't share anything.
Your nose is off or your eye color is off.
And I'm just like,
listen, I am not this person's clone.
I'm not the amazing Jesus that is Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
So.
Oh my god. I feel heated.
Right? Isn't it? It's just good to just get it out.
I know. Oh my god.
TikTok can be frustrating sometimes.
Oh, all the bot comments.
Oh, the bot.
I wish I could just like block specific comments, like the same way that Instagram does it, where you can monitor them. I wish I could.
I think they have the I think TikTok lets you block certain words, I believe, which I did. Yeah, you go in. Here, let me bring it up. I shall show an example to everyone on here.
Thank you. A tutorial.
Tutorial time with
YouTube
Rachel.
tutorials.
All right. So I have my glasses on here. So you're gonna go to your page. You're gonna go to the little 3 dots up here in the corner. Those, and then let's see. Here we go. Then you're going to, I believe it is privacy and setting, and you're going to filter comments. Filter comments, enable that, and then you basically, like, you just put a bunch of words that you get a lot of. Like, I get a lot of, like, ugly is, like, the number one thing I get a lot.
Ew, so you're not
well, you know how people are. They're just like, they want to do it because they see you're getting a lot of people. They want and they see a lot of people complimenting you, and they're like, they get jealous, and they're like, well, I can't have this.
It's like,
So you just filter it, and you add in keywords and put in words you get a lot, like you know, whatever, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're good.
I remember when this like entire like phase of people calling each other traps just because they cosplay like happened. The amount of comments I got on that were like, I was just kind of sickened. I was like, okay, thanks. Thank you. Like, please move on. Get out of my comments.
Yeah, now you can
be gone.
Be gone, thoughts.
You can actually gone them.
Exactly.
Which is nice. So it makes it easier for me now to like, because before I would have a hard time going through my notifications because I was just like, you never know when one was gonna pop up and just
yeah,
like,
exactly, where it's like this entire paragraph on like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, and you're just like,
like,
yeah. So that makes it a little bit easier to like go through my notifications and
that's
stuff.
so good. And now that I know about it, I feel like, time to use it.
Yes. Suck it.
Exactly.
But I have found myself in 2 TikTok cringe compilations though.
Have you? I have not found one in mine.
Got a little sad about it. But like, first of all, yes, the videos were cringy that were put in there. Second, I did it cringy on purpose.
Oh, but they couldn't tell, so they're like, it's like.
It was like ironically cringy.
So
ironically, yeah.
It's like
and
taking someone else's
third of all,
rude is not funny. It's like learn to read what it's like, what is being portrayed.
Yeah.
The amount of like cringe compilations I found myself in is extraordinary, but I actually at this point I find it funny. Like I've learned to separate myself from my work, and I understand that people can make fun of my work as much as they want. Like they can associate with me, I don't care. Yeah. I will laugh at whatever jokes people like to throw at me as long as they're good jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long
as it's like well thought out, like the negativity they put at me, like instead of just like one word, like
yeah,
it's like it's not like you're ugly. It's like you made this long joke that really makes sense, especially with what I'm doing and who I'm cosplaying. I will give you that, and I will laugh at myself for that.
Like, all right, you get it. You get a gold star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get the gold star with the devil horns.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Whose turn is it? I think it's my turn.
Yep. I believe so, yep.
Favorite characters to cosplay as?
Okay, well, one of those Lukoa. It's just comfortable. It's a tank top. It's shorts. It's sneakers. It's just a hat and a long wig. Oh my god, it's so easy.
I love that. I love those kind of cosplays where you're just like,
it's like I don't have to stress out. I don't have to wear a ton of layers. It's just me relaxing in my home.
Yep.
Love this. Another character I really like cosplaying is obviously Panther from Persona 5. She is something that makes me incredibly confident. She's a character who I've also invested a lot into. Like, I have never found myself cosplaying more outfits of a character than for On. So, I obviously have a lot of passion for her. I love her so much. I think one other is Ochoco, just because, like, I've gotten so much good feedback from her. I have such good associations with her. And it's just, like, I mean, it's an easy cosplay that I find a lot, like, of fun in, you know? It's just, I do my cute makeup, I just get in front of the camera, I act goofy and do whatever I want, and then people are like, yay! And I'm like, yay!
Yay!
That's about as close as it gets for me.
Well, I've got a few new favorites now. It's a Recruit from Rainbow Six Siege, because it's basically just this, minus, like, the patch.
Right.
Soldier 76 in his Grill Master look.
I like that one.
Besides like the hair, when I do the hair, it's all a mess because it's like white hair mousse that like I have to comb through and then it dirties my comb.
Yeah.
I have to like wipe my forehead to get it all off.
Mm-hmm.
And then my new Deathstroke armor is pretty good too.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty. Yeah, I've seen that one. That one's good.
Except for I never pick California weather appropriate costumes because all my characters like to wear black.
I feel that. I did Hiro Momo Yaoyorozu for a convention in November in the middle of New York City. I was freezing. I was like, please let me back inside. Please.
Let me in.
Let me in. Let me in.
Mine are all the reverse of that.
Yeah, I know. Mine are
like I'm dying of heat stroke, like because I think I did get dehydrated one time from cosplaying Jon Snow because it's like a big thing, like leather front with long like sweater sleeves, the big cloak with fur, and then like it's all in California heat.
Yeah. Even I feel that. Like, I think I was wearing Panther to like a spring convention, which is fine. Like I expected it to be colder. It was humid, and I was wearing pleather. I felt like I was peeling something off when I changed into like just the regular uniform. I felt like sticky.
I used to be on the East Coast, so I get the humidity.
Exactly.
Yeah, the humidity over here is it's pretty bad.
California got that dry heat, though.
You guys got the dry heat.
There is no moisture anywhere in that air.
I can't really. I'm like right by the ocean since I live in New York, so it's like, oh my god, it's a mess when it comes to humidity, especially if it's like raining. Just forget about it. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
Ex Jersey boy over here.
You understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see. Next question. Favorite cosplayer?
Okay, I have tons of favorites for the most part. Like, I obviously love all the people I cosplay with. They are one of my top favorites because, like, with them, I feel like I'm able to have a comfortable cosplay experience where it's like, it's just we're having fun, and that's it. And that would be like a lot of my friends on Instagram, specifically on TikTok. I really like Peachy Fizzing, Bara PNG, obviously Bombi Bonkers. Like, I love them. Icons, honestly, icons. They're all very nice people too, which makes me happy. Cause like I don't like just following whoever, or like just. It's weird also because I guess with my perspective, a lot of people see me as like, it's weird. A lot of people put me on this pedestal, which I don't like. So it makes me feel awkward when I follow a cosplayer who apparently thinks they're smaller than me because of followers. And it's just like, oh my God, I didn't know that you liked me. It's like, yeah, I just like cosplay. You look good. You look great. And like, that's kind of how that works. Like, I don't like following people for the sake of numbers. It's just annoying. I like following because I like to see people's content.
Because they're, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's weird because everyone focuses on numbers nowadays. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I'm trying to think of some others that I really like and that I like are coming to my mind. Oh, another two that I really like, basically a duo, are Diddly Ropa and Angry Roni. I think that's Angry Roni, or is it Angry Roni? One of the two. My brain is like fizzing out of existence. But those two, they're hilarious. They're just so funny. I love their stuff. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all that comes to mind.
I know, it always happens whenever you get asked a question and like just everything just like poof leaves your mind, and you're just like,
especially if it's like, oh, like what's your favorite this? And I'm like, I have a favorite.
Yeah, you're just wait a second, and then like later on after you're just it's like fuck, I should have said that.
Exactly.
you're lying back into bed and it's like, ah!
It's like, oh wait, this is the answer. This is the answer I wanted to get. Wait,
no.
Exactly. Oh my god. My brain cell, she's trying so hard up here.
Oh my goodness. All right. It is your turn for the question.
Favorite convention to go to?
Oh, hands down, Anime NYC. It is so nice. It's the Javits Center, so it's where New York City Comic Con is held, but it's smaller. There's more, like, it's fully glassed pretty much up front, so you have great lighting. There's good places to go, and since it's a city and a lot of people can do very urban shoots, it looks so nice. And just because also the timing of it, it's like Thanksgiving break. Everyone's gonna have time off to go.
That's
especially
nice.
Because like it's hard for me to get like time in my schedule or like just make enough time to where I'm able to like commute back home, get my cosplay together, go to the convention. It's so much work.
Yeah.
The timing, the weather, the place, perfect.
Perfect. Nice. Yeah.
That's all I love.
I definitely want to go to a New York, any kind of convention there. That would be fun.
It's like, it's also good to go to those conventions just because like the city knows of the conventions. Like it knows what's happening.
Yeah.
So like people are very polite to you. They're like, oh, is there Comic-Con like happening right now? Is there a convention? And you could just
Yep.
Yep. Shout out to Los Angeles Comic-Con.
Exactly, right? It's like they're so chill with it because they've had to experience. They're just the bystanders.
You know, the tourists come in looking at somebody dressed as like Sailor Moon, Deadpool, or whatever.
They're like, that's normal.
It's like, like even when I see people like, even cosplayers do get stopped by regular people. Like if you do like comic book characters, people will stop you and be like, "Can we have a photo?" And it's like,
yeah,
that's what I'm here for, after all.
So,
look at my cosplay.
Exactly. Accept me, real world.
My bank account is crying because of all the money I spent on this cosplay.
Exactly.
Look at it.
Look at it.
Please appreciate me and my work.
Oh man.
Well, also LA Comic-Con is like really close to Halloween, so it's like there will be like a Halloween costume.
Anyway, someone's in costume. Someone has to be in costume everywhere you see them. Yeah, that's
but I'll see like the random like elderly person like just staring at me when I'm walking by to that convention. Like they don't know what's going on. It's like that's like, a dragon.
What's happening? I didn't know Halloween came early, and it's like, I'm sorry, sir, ma'am. It's not Halloween. I'm just dressing up.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right, this one will be a quick, nice little question. Do you prefer cosplaying in a group or solo?
Oh, always in a group. Like, I used to cosplay pretty much solo, mainly because people always made plans so much earlier than I could catch up. But then when I incorporated myself into a friend group, we would just do groups all the time. And it's just more fun having people who like cosplaying with you than it is just doing it alone.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
Plus, you avoid the creeps. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely a plus.
I know, but there's a problem I have when I try to cosplay in groups. It's like my friends don't want to spend as much money as I did on like making a costume. So like usually I'm lending them costumes, but they don't fit, so they can't wear them.
Fair.
Because I am a 5'6" boy, and I have a lot of 6' friends.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. I'm pretty much one of the shorties in my friend group, so it's like my cosplays happen to fit maybe if I tailor them. Or if I try to like make something work really quick.
Yeah. But I do have one friend who I've like corrupted into like really committing to cosplay, and it's like, you're one of us now.
Converted. A new follower.
Welcome to the Church of Cosplay. You will have no money after this.
Exactly. We will take your money, we will take your time, we will take all your energy, and you almost get nothing. Except the pure satisfaction.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Alright. Did we already do the favorite/least favorite thing about cosplay? Did we already do that?
Well, yeah, I think I did Cosplay Pet Peeve. So
yeah, it's basically the same thing, yeah. Okay, gotta skip that one. Prop/weapons policy at conventions and on TikTok.
Okay, so I already put part of my opinion on the weapons policy for TikTok. It's so bad. It's like, I don't understand part of the logic. It's like, ban all weapons, but it's like, some things aren't weapons, but they get banned because they are perceived as weapons. And it's like, that's not how that works. But at conventions, at least the ones I've been to, they've been very lenient. Like, as long as you, like, follow what they say, just make sure to get it checked, have the obvious tag saying that it's checked on you, you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, because, like, LA Comic-Con is really strict. Like, they just recently allowed props back into the convention.
Oh my god.
Because before it was, like, they didn't tell anybody until, like, the convention started the first day. So everybody who had, like, guns got, like, bananas from, like, the breakfast for,
costume, too. It's, like, it's better to know in advance, always. Also because it's less...
Yeah, I did a Green Arrow cosplay last year, and I had to take the string off the bow, so I pretty much ruined the bow.
Oh.
And then I had to saw all the tips off of the arrows.
Oh. That's why, like, nowadays I pretty much prefer, like, doing photo shoots outside of conventions. Just because it's less money, it's less crowded, and, like, there's no, like, no weapons policy as long as you show that it's a fake weapon, you know?
Yeah.
And no one's just gonna be like, police, police, there's a fake gun with the obvious, like, ring around it, and, like, and same thing with bow and arrow, it's like, no one would interfere as long as you're obviously not shooting someone, you know?
Yeah.
And, like...
I don't know, but WonderCon was pretty good with their weapons policy, though.
That's good.
Like, it's pretty much like as long as you get it checked, you're good at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, safety first, obviously. I'm not gonna say, like, they should never check weapons, but
Yeah.
there has to be a sort of, like, logical and, like, common sense limit when it comes to this.
Yeah. There's, yeah. Agreed.
For sure.
Alright, let me see what I got here. Any upcoming cons you plan to go to?
Yes, for sure I'm going to Anime Next, which is in June. And I have only half of my cosplays done, and I'm still stressing out about it. Besides that, I think I'm only going to that one summer convention. Summer conventions always end up me being, like, tired, dehydrated, and wanting to go home way faster than I probably would be normally.
Yeah.
It's just probably going to be A-Next, and then from there I'm going to Anime NYC. So there's enough time for me to build up, like, the cosplays I want to do specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Plus, like, the costs are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had double cons that I went to. One was one weekend, and then the next weekend was Emerald City, and I was like, ah!
I know, it's like...
I had to not spend money.
And it's like, oh god.
Yeah, it was back to back. I was like, good lord. I had to, like, make sure I did not spend a shit ton of money, so...
Exactly.
And then there's that little gem called After Con Sickness.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I got after Emerald City. I was like, mother fuck.
Yep, currently a little bit sick here.
Oh no.
I just went outside for just a couple photos, and my allergies just went straight in my face. I was like, oh god, I'm dying. I decided to step outside, oh god.
Send the ambulance.
I know, call the police, please, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Never doing that again, going out there.
But
Exactly.
for next cons for me is Los Angeles Comic-Con for sure. And then maybe a few like before that if I have like enough money or whatever.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, my next con is, it's actually going to be, not only is it going to be a con, it's also going to be a big TikTok meetup.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, a lot of people, supposedly, I don't know where they all came from, because I live in Ohio, but they all just came out of the woodwork, so everyone's like, oh, I'm from Ohio, too. I'm like, where have you been? Where have you been?
I just thought
like,
players were, like, in the Midwest. That's where I always see them.
yeah.
Oh, that's how WonderCon was over here.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the heck? But, yeah, we'll be at Colossal Con, in, like, end of May, beginning of June. And, that's all I have so far.
That's nice.
For summer.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be expensive, because it's going to be at Kalahari Resort, which is a very expensive resort. So,
yeah.
Yay.
That's why I'm like, I've called off every single, like, I used to go to Liberty City Anime Con, but with, like, my experience last year, I just wasn't impressed at all. I was more, like, annoyed being there.
Yeah.
Plus,
yeah, I've had a con like that.
That is why I no longer go to Anime Los Angeles.
Fair.
They changed venues and it just went downhill.
Yeah.
Hey, that sucks.
Plus, like, the plans that I have for Anime NYC, I want to put my time and effort into them, because a lot of them are going to have to be made. So it's like,
Yeah.
I need enough time, I need enough money, I need enough rest to do all this.
Yeah. Definitely.
Rest.
Yeah.
What is rest?
What is sleep?
Exactly. I don't know her anymore.
Sleep. Haven't heard that name in a while.
I know, right? I don't know her. I don't know her anymore.
I don't know. No sleep.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Upcoming cosplays.
For sure, the only ones I have in mind right now are I'm going to be doing Dimple from Mob Psycho because we've decided we're going to do a cursed group, and I'm very excited to paint my face green and just go around being a buff ghost. I have Merlin from Seven Deadly Sins to do for a group. Most of my cosplays are for the sake of cons and groups at this point.
Yeah.
So Merlin, I have Lucy from Fairy Tale. And then some couple others that are still in like the works, and I'm deciding whether or not I want to do them yet.
I feel that, yeah.
It's like I don't want to just do them in the moment, spend too much money halfway through, and be like, okay, I've got to bail.
Yeah. Yep. I have a couple like that, and I'm just like,
I've got one that is going to be a real doozy to do. I'm doing a Deadpool Mandalorian cosplay.
Nice.
So I have to paint all this purple red. And then do this little emblem of Deadpool colors, but other than that, I think the costume's pretty much done if I can find the rest of it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know where the chest piece is, I know where the helmet is. Where'd the rest of it go?
The rest of it.
Where'd it go?
Somewhere.
I always feel like all my cosplay items disappear right as I need them. Like it's the morning of a convention, I can't find like one little prop, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta tear up my entire room. Where is it?
Right.
And then it turns out it was like in your bag the entire time or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You just kind of have to stare at it, and it's like, okay, you're here already. Let's go.
Oh man.
Oh, that's how it was for my Spider-Man Noir goggles. When I got to the convention, I was like, oh god, where's my goggles? Where's my goggles? And it turns out the first place I looked, I was staring right at them.
I do that already with not even like cosplay items. I'll be on my phone and I'm like, where's my phone?
I've done that, yeah. You're just like,
I'm texting someone, I'm like, wait, where's my phone? So I'm like, oh god. My brain, she needs to work a little harder, but sometimes I just let her slide.
oh man.
Or like gloves. Gloves are a thing I lose a lot.
Yes.
Especially when they have Velcro, like Velcro on the wrist or whatever, when they stick to stuff.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
Because I'll have one
like
glove, and then the other one sticks.
Fair. I always lose, like, if it's like a prop or like something dark, like a black sock, or it's just something like dark colored, and I don't see it and it's like under something, I'm never gonna find it in time, ever. It's just like, be gone and lost to time.
Yep. Might as well be in a different dimension at that point.
Exactly.
Well, that's it for my questions. I don't know if you have any
I think I have a few,
left.
A few more.
Alright.
Which is better, if a cosplay is easy to wear and comfortable, or that it looks very accurate to what it is supposed to look like, as in armor cosplays or cosplays that includes other things than fabric?
Okay, so I'm kind of torn about this. Because obviously people have different, like, patience levels when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you just don't have the time, and you want to try and crunch it out when it's going to be detrimental to you, just forget it. Just wear something comfortable. You don't have to finish the cosplay then. Don't kill yourself for a cosplay.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun for you. Don't make yourself suffer that badly where, like, you're losing sleep, like, going behind on stuff. It's not good.
Yeah.
If you feel like you have the time, drive, and money to do those kind of things where it's, like, impressive armor work or prop making, honestly, props to you because I cannot do that. I will admit that I usually lose patience if something goes wrong immediately. So it's like, for people to be able to do that, I feel like if you're comfortable enough to wear it, and feel like you want to show your work, of course, I'll go ahead. Like, you should be work and you should be able to show it. It's for the sake of, please don't, like, pain yourself and, like, destroy yourself for one costume.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's kind of like my...
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Oh, I hate how, like, looking at the small details on cosplays I always get, like, right towards the end, though.
Right towards the end, it's just like, I get so lazy. It's like, oh, well, it's pretty much done, who cares? It's like,
you're just like, you know what? Good enough, we're good, we're fine.
Yep, that's how I am with,
later. I'll deal with it later. And it's like the day, like night before, and it's like, I mean, this could be fixed, and then you spend the entire night fixing it.
Yep.
Oh.
Armor battle damage, that's what I've spent a lot of time on, but then it's like, it's battle damage, it ain't supposed to be perfect.
Exactly. That's how I felt about, like, so I made Toga's brace from My Hero Academia, and I had 5 fangs when I, like, 5 large canines when I needed 6, and I was just like, seriously.
You know what? Close enough.
It was like 2 days before the convention. I was making a canine, like, really quickly to match up with it, and, like, hoping it would dry in time, and, like, trying to sand, like, partially, like, wet clay, and I was like, this isn't working. I always get so lazy. But it was kind of worth it in the end. It looked good enough for my kind of team.
Let's see. I think I have like 1 or 2 more questions. Have you ever done casual cosplay in public?
Yes, I have. One time when I was first getting to Persona 5, the girls, basically Haru, Makoto, Futaba, and An, we all wanted to go into the city and just go around in cosplay, and that was kind of like my only casual cosplay that I've done at a public place. I do them obviously at home when I just don't have the costume, but I want to maybe try on the makeup or just do something different. But that was the only time I've ever done like casual cosplay in public, because it was just like I wasn't gonna wear a uniform when it was like between Christmas and New Year's. I was gonna freeze, so I just wanted to wear something that was comfortable but kind of matched the character.
Yeah.
I stand by that. It's not worth freezing.
No.
I know I did like a full out cosplay in public because I had to do a music video I was part of.
Mhm.
It was back when the Skibidi challenge was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that in Little Tokyo. I had like a full Deathstroke costume on.
Mhm. I feel that.
And there were a lot of looks.
But I feel like as long as there looks and no one's hurting you, who cares? You're
yeah.
I did. I think I did a Dancing Star Night group within New York City because we wanted to do them and we wanted to take photos and just have fun. Obviously, I got looks. I was in I want to say it was like July. I was in fishnets. I had just a skirt on, a crop top. And like a wig and like heavy makeup, and I was just like, oh man, I don't like this is a time. Just like seeing people look and asking like, what are you doing? I had someone asked me like what I was doing and what I was planning. I was like, oh, just for like a photo shoot, and they were like, okay, you know what, you do you. But it was worth it when we went to get drinks because obviously it was July heat. We were all gonna die.
Yeah.
We went into this place to get water, and it was really nice. One of the cashiers recognized us as Persona 5, and they asked for a photo of our entire group. It like made me so happy.
Wow.
Just sweating and being tired.
That's awesome.
It was so worth it.
It's worth it.
Totally.
Right. This one is not cosplay, but a movie in 2019 that we are all most excited to see.
Can you repeat that?
Which movie in 2019 are we all most excited to see?
Oof. Is it
Endgame.
bad that I haven't seen? It's true. The only one I could think of right now that I think people are going to be looking forward to is, if they actually kept their word on what I think that's going to happen, is this last Star Wars movie. I feel like once that hits at the end of the year, everyone's going to be talking about it for a while. Like, obviously, if they took 2 years between each of them, that would make sense. Yeah. So I assume that it's going to be coming. I know it won't, but I hope so bad that it would come out at the end of 2019. Because I feel like that's really a movie a lot of people are looking forward to. Just like the end of a book. The end of finally.
Yeah.
At least
for me, I would say Avengers Endgame I'm really looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man Far From Home, and the new Mutants, if that actually comes out this year. They don't push it back even more.
Oh, yeah, they pushed it, yeah. Yeah,
I always get nervous when people push back movies, like when they do that, because I'm like, please let it be good then. Because if it's a bad movie and they pushed it back, I'd rather have seen what was the before, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they have like a trailer and everything?
Yeah, there was like a
Before?
full trailer came
Full
out
trailer,
like
yeah,
last
and then
year
they
or
just
2 years ago or whatever.
yeah, and then they just like nope.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
Not
the
doing
theaters
it.
even had like posters out too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So something must have happened where they were like, we gotta like start
like
over.
maybe something with like the production, like and like whatever had happened, or maybe with the actors. I have no clue. It's just like
Yeah,
they're
something
just like,
something
okay,
happened.
well, you're gonna have to wait longer. And it's like,
Scrap the entire thing. This sucks.
exactly. Like we're making a new movie. Like and Mayday.
It feels like that's how I feel sometimes with cosplays that I've like put together or something, or I try to like do a cosplay and I'm just like I see the end result and I'm just like we're doing it over again. I'm not
Exactly.
We're starting again.
Exactly.
Scrap it.
I know, like I can sometimes I just go with like the cosplay that I don't like. Like I'll make parts of it and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I have no choice. I have to wear it. And then like it takes me the entire day to forget that I'm like I was wearing something that I didn't like. But then it comes back on how much I didn't like it when I see photos and I'm like, oh, like
Yeah.
that could have been so much better.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I think that is it. All right, any last statements, last remarks, anything you want to shout out?
Thank you for having me. I'm flattered. I never like expected to have like an interview or anything like that. So I'm really happy that you reached out to me and like asked me to do this. This is actually a lot of fun. I thought I would be too nervous.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is fun. I always love doing this. And then I get to meet new cosplayers, which is always fun.
Totally, but thank you so much.
All right. Okay. So I think outro time.
Outro.
It's always awkward at the end.
Oh, the ends always. The goodbyes are always awkward.
Exactly, right?
Because you're just like, okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. As always, I have been Chris, aka Mr. Zoom _2028.
And I am Rachel, aka Zombie_Sailor, and as always with our special guest.
Satin from Satinstars.
All right, and good night, everybody.